What would you do if someone put an entire empire up for sale and you could actually buy it? What if I told you that in 193 AD, the most powerful empire on Earth was literally sold to the highest bidder like a used car at an auction? This isn't a metaphor. This actually happened. On March 28th, 193 AD, the Praetorian Guard, the elite bodyguard sworn to protect the Roman emperor, murdered Emperor Pertinax inside the imperial palace because he tried to cut their bonuses. They dragged his severed head through the streets of Rome on a spear. Then they did something that had never happened before in human history and has never happened since. They climbed the walls of their barracks and announced to the citizens of Rome that the throne of the Roman Empire was for sale. Literally for sale, to whoever offered them the most money. Two men showed up to bid. Titus Flavius Sulpicianus, the father-in-law of the murdered emperor, stood inside the barracks gates offering money. Didius Julianus, one of the wealthiest senators in Rome, stood outside the walls shouting his bids upward. It was an auction for a civilization. The Praetorians went back and forth between the two bidders like auctioneers at Sotheby's. Sulpicianus offered 20,000 sesterces per soldier. Julianus countered with 25,000. Back and forth they went, bidding for the lives of 60 million people who had no idea their fate was being decided by two rich men in a shouting match. Finally, Didius Julianus won with a staggering bid of 25,000 sesterces per Praetorian soldier, roughly equivalent to 5 years of a legionary's salary each. The gates swung open. The Praetorians proclaimed him emperor. He walked into the imperial palace, sat on the throne, and ordered a lavish banquet to celebrate. He was the emperor of Rome. He had bought the most powerful position on earth. There was just one problem. Nobody respected him. The Senate despised him. The citizens of Rome pelted him with stones when he appeared in public. They chanted the names of rival generals, begging someone, anyone, to come remove the man who had purchased their empire like livestock. 3 frontier generals immediately declared themselves the true emperor and marched on Rome with their legions. Septimius Severus, commanding the Danube legions, reached Italy first. His army moved so fast that Julianus couldn't organize a defense. The Senate, seeing which way the wind was blowing, declared Severus the legitimate emperor and sentenced Julianus to death. 66 days after buying the Roman Empire, Didius Julianus was found hiding in the imperial palace by a single soldier. He reportedly asked, "But what evil have I done? Whom have I killed?" The soldier didn't answer. He cut off his head. Julianus had been emperor for 66 days. He spent a fortune that would be worth hundreds of millions of dollars today. And he learned the hardest lesson in history. You can buy a throne, but you can't buy legitimacy. You can purchase power, but you can't purchase respect. The Roman Empire survived for another 3 centuries after Julianus. But something fundamental broke that day. The idea that the most powerful position in the world could be bought and sold like merchandise planted a rot in Rome's foundations that never fully healed. Every future emperor knew, deep down, that the Praetorians who protected them were the same men who had sold the empire once before, and they would do it again if the price was right.